Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Star Wars Republic Commando. I have Three Toes with me today, also known as Snarf. No, Scarf. Yeah. I was sitting here like, no, that's a different person. God damn it.
Scarf.
I was actually watching what was it, Rick and Morty the other day, and they have a character that is basically Snarf, and that was what got in my head there.
I love that show.
Yeah. So this is weird. This is one of those things. These guys are going to be doing these grenade rushes for the rest of the video. It's actually pretty cool. It's a good idea, at least. But the problem is these guys are so dumb that if you just leave the minefield alone, they'll come get you. And the only reason I actually took out that first mine was because I wanted these guys to not blow themselves up. And by these guys, I mean my guys.
What the fuck are these things?
What are they? Trandoshans. Yeah, they're slavers. They're here on Kashyyyk, the home planet of the Wookiees, to steal pellets. I don't think they're really good slavers because they've never actually, they capture Wookiees. But I don't really know if that's a great plan to, make a Wookiee into a slave.
Yeah, I don't think they have many buyers lined up yet.
Yeah, it seems like a really, yeah, they look strong, but they keep building these tree forts. Oh yeah, this is weird. I don't understand how these guys just filtered in, but they did. And I love I'm sure you just saw it there, the jetpack thing.
Yeah.
I really like that. It's straight up just a Halo thing, like when you used to shoot the grunts in Halo 2 and they go flying off. I don't know if this game took it from that or what. I've seen it in other games before anyways.
Well, I can't imagine anyone wanting to take anything from this game.
Yeah, this game is more taking from other games than it is coming up with its own things. On a lot of levels, like all of your. Oh, I just saved there because you need to. You never know what you're going to walk into, and every scenario on this level is basically liable to get you killed. So just be aware of that.
Take them out from there, Doug.
This is a weird area. It's got droids in it too. And I'm going to point out the droids in this game are not painted like the tan color. They're like straight metal. I mentioned this in a previous video too. Look. Yeah.
Oh, I hate myself for laughing at that.
Well, it is straight George Lucas bullshit. So
yeah. Right down to the Ninja Turtles allegory.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is this quick little area. They make it seem like it's a lot bigger deal than it is, but there's no point in putting anyone on that thing up there. There's nothing out here that's really dangerous.
Right.
It's just a weird area. It feels like it was meant to be much more fleshed out. They just fucked it up or something. See, watch how fast I can just transport myself through here. So actually, true story. I let Three Toes see the first couple videos in this thread well before I posted it. And I don't think he's watched anything since. I'm starting to realize.
No, I've watched one or two others briefly. It's just I find myself having a hard time caring about this game. And I feel like that was probably one of the pitfalls when it first came out.
Yeah, and you had played it, right?
No,
oh.
I never played this. But it's mainly one thing that bothered me about the prequels in general, with the whole, Republic and trying to get people behind, these Republic commandos. The one thing about the Rebellion in the original trilogy was that they're the underdogs. You always root for the underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
This is a freaking massive clone army with the best technology in the galaxy at this point. I don't care. They're supposed to win.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a big part
you're
of it.
Fighting a guy with a little knife right now.
Yeah, but I got a little knife. It's inside my wrist, but it's there. It's tiny.
We need that target.
Yeah, I can understand that position because to a degree it makes total sense. But at the same time, when I look at this game, I just see, you're up against some pretty big odds. Even if you are the Republic, you're 4 guys up against these huge armies, which is a little different than the the giant full-on battles from movies. But yeah, with regards, watch this. I barely dodge a rocket. No, that's a different thing. There it is. They start firing rockets right behind me.
We've eliminated the Trando's perimeter defense.
But yeah, like the movies had that serious issue, I think, where it was just like, come on, you want the Republic to win. There's nothing really redeeming about the other team or the other side, and they don't seem to be destined to win anyways.
Charges ready when you are.
Actually, you know what
Disengage turret, Commando.
I think my biggest problem with the scenario they sent out in those movies was that, like, the inevitability of it all. Like, these are prequels. Things have to shake out a certain way.
Droids guarding it.
Right. That's very true.
Grenades in this game are fucked. I keep expecting them to come from the right side instead of the left. I don't know why. Because most games just, yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it's just a little different. I kind of liken it to TIE Fighter, because even then, yeah, you're part of the Empire. You're supposed to be super badass and cool, but it just seemed much more like personable. And you're like, I guess it's because you kind of started at bottom of the barrel in the TIE Fighter game. And this one, they pretty much tell you from the get-go, yeah, you're the most badass person in the Republic, even though you just died right there.
Yeah. That was because I forgot that turret was there, and I just realized that there was no way my guys were going to clear anything out. Because we talk about how good the AI in the game is, but it's only really good when you put it on points. When it's like on its own, like it was there, it was never going to fix things. It would never take out that turret guy.
Right.
Yeah. But I can totally see the point. I just think that the conflict set up in those movies wasn't great. It was really just like George Lucas going, well, I need a Clone War. But I've been, because I mentioned it, and so it's a thing. There was actually a draft of Empire Strikes Back where Lando was supposed to be a clone.
Scans indicate.
Really? Yep. He was supposed to be a clone, and there was supposed to be like this whole stigma about clones. It's an interesting thing.
Get clear!
I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, but like everyone knows that the original Star Wars movies went through like a bunch of rewrites.
Right.
It's been like
Because
a thing.
Lucas couldn't write his way, I would think that.
Yes, that was actually one of the things. Like, up to the point where they were filming, people were doing rewrites of his dialogue because no one could stand it. But like Empire Strike Back, it had Lee Brackett, who wrote The Big Sleep and a few other like classic movies, or well, at least well-known movies. She was one of the writers on it. And she was the one who was like convincing him not to do certain stupid things. And it's all like a really interesting story, and I really should just start posting excerpts from the book I'm reading about it all.
Disengage.
Well, I mean, that's what people are saying about the prequels, that they wouldn't have been so bad as if, you know, if someone would have stood up to Lucas and told him that, no, that's a stupid idea.
Yeah, but as you know, in America, when you have enough money, you can basically tell everyone to just fuck off.
Right.
So that's exactly what happened there. You know, Lucas just said, I'm financing this film, it's my movie, basically go fuck off. And, like, now you get this weird candy-colored fucking dreamland. Oh look, a rocket launcher I will never use, save for like twice.
This thing is twice my size.
See, I feel like if they tried to release this game now, and it was more, I guess, kind of like Battlefront, where it was, you know, instead of a linear first-person shooter, it was more of a chaotic battlefield scene with, you know, the actual, like, Clone War, like the big battles, like in Episode 2.
Yep.
That it might not be too bad.
Yeah, I would give it that. Having recently just played Clone War, Battlefront the other day, I don't know how accurate that is really, because that game has some serious AI issues, and if you were to use the AI from that game, you'd never have fun in it. You just shoot a bunch of like helpless things. The AI in this game, plus the bullet sponge nature of the enemies, is what keeps it playable.
That's kind of another thing I have, you know, another problem I have with it. It just seems like your blaster has no impact whatsoever.
Yeah, it's weird. It actually has recoil, and I remember it having rumble features. And it's very weird because when you look at, like, I'm opening up all these areas and getting grenades tossed at me. But when you look at, like, when you're actually playing the game, it doesn't look like it should have any recoil. even though it's got like an action on it. If you watch the left side of the
Fire
gun,
in the hole.
like you can see it moving, but it's not shooting any like shells or anything like that. It's firing a laser. So there's a lot of questions about the design of this game. I will give it that. But yeah, like the prequel trilogy, I think they did the best they could with what they had. If
I
that makes
agree.
any sense.
What's for Delta 23?
I'll concede
Or
that.
was that 32?
Because, you know, you'd realistically rather be following around a bunch of stormtroopers, right? Like the Empire
Exactly.
Special Forces taking out a
Like-
bunch of rebels.
Initiate
Dark
rapid
Forces
minefield
1 was more
engaged.
interesting than this game.
Fixer.
And that game was
There's a
not
droid
very
up there
interesting.
controlling the minefield.
You got a laser sword and shit. It was a fun time.
Well, that was Dark Forces 2.
That's right, yeah.
Explosives prime, squad.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I mentioned it in the thread, like, because people were going like, "Oh, the worst Star Wars games" or something like that. And I said the best Star Wars games. People were throwing out like this game and Pod Racer and a couple other things.
Pod Racer, oh god.
Pod Racer was actually pretty solid. I will give it that. And at this point, it's 3 of these guys, and I can take those shots, so I didn't even bother fighting them.
Droids.
But yeah, like I actually mentioned, there were some really old, like almost obscure Star Wars games, and one of them was Rebel Assault 2, which is one of the games I actually played as a child, like back in the 90s. And let me explain to you the idea of an FMV fucking Star Wars game, where like your fight sequences are like you jumping out of cover from behind railings and stuff to shoot stormtroopers. It's not terribly interesting to play or experience. So this is where I think you're actually supposed to use the rocket launcher, is on the thing that's up above us. I don't know how that guy got to the ship that's flying way now, you can actually take down the rocket launcher. But I just, you know, completely failed to do any of that, so enjoy. I love how effective that fucking vibroblade is. It's just amazing.
Delta squad, proceed.
Have they ever made a Star Wars game where you get to be Boba Fett?
Look,
They made a game where you get to be Jango Fett.
another level.
Not quite the same. See, I was just thinking, if I was going to play a Star Wars game to where I'm an elite, badass, lone wolf unit, even though there's 4 of you here, like, I'd want it to be like a Boba Fett bounty hunter game.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, I guess the Jedi Knight series was a little like that.
Yeah, it was. I love the Jedi Knight games.
Trandoshan eliminated.
What else was there? I guess those aren't canon anymore, so you can't even say you like them. Because they don't technically exist anymore.
Reload here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There were a couple Star Wars shooters. There were a couple like this.
Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire is a good example.
Moving to cover. Waiting.
But yeah, you're right. There was never a Boba Fett game. There was never a game where you're like an awesome mercenary or anything like that. You're just kind of always a figure in the Republic or the Rebellion or the Empire.
Or somehow a lost Jedi who suddenly finds his powers. And
This place is
Yeah,
more than just a
you
train
know,
of supply
as
base.
usual.
The separatists are differently
You can
involved.
sometimes be guys who were set from thousands of years before the Star Wars games took place, or movies took place. You were obviously a Jedi at that point,
Eliminate target.
because everyone was a fucking Jedi. I loved
back when being a Jedi was cool.
there was a point in what was it, KOTOR 2, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Look at how many missiles these guys can just eat, by the way. But there's a point in Knights of the Old Republic 2 where you're talking to one of the first people you meet up with, and you can actually just like talk to him and turn him into a Jedi by having a conversation with him. Like that's how common Jedi were. You also
I'd like
picked
to take a moment to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Yoda.
Well, I believe C-3PO says "thank the Maker," which I don't understand who that is. There's like the religion of Star Wars is never fully defined. I don't think.
Delta.
Like, there's Jedi's, and that's about it. You get a nice tax break, and the UK considers it a religion, so you're okay.
Nice one, boss.
But yeah, I don't know what the whole thing is there. And you have an anti-armor position, one of like 5 in the game here that Scorch is on. Like he'll fire, you know, rockets at things now. It's so weird that like they give you all these different types of positions, and they never give you really the opportunity to fill them. Like right now, Scorch is the only position that makes sense to use. You can put somebody on this turret, but I want to use it for this. Yeah, I can blow up the whole goddamn world with this thing. Oh, and if you're very careful, you can actually shoot over the ridge and get some enemies with some splash damage. Right now they're running over, but look at this. Look at the hit markers I got there.
Putting a plasma bolt through a hostile's cranium.
It's
Feel alive. Okay.
Okay, I think that guy just came in his armor.
well, it self-cleans.
Get yourself some
It recycles it into energy.
Take up anti-armor position.
Not that kind of energy.
Time to use a real weapon.
And did they ever address that, even though you're all clones, how you have different voices?
Somebody said in the thread that it was because you imprinted on whoever trained you.
Moving to cover.
And that makes no sense to me because I believe that all these clones had the same trainer, and your clone sounds exactly like Jango Fett, which is just weird.
Pack it up, Delta.
The one true clone.
The one true, well, Jango is not a clone. He is.
No, I'm talking about you're
clone
the one
form.
true clone.
Well, Boba's the one true clone.
I'm good.
As you'll recall, Jango Fett had a weird obsession with like being cloned and wanted a perfect clone of himself that he then raised on this planet that he was cloned on for 10 years, but was still allowed to leave whenever the fuck he felt like to take assassination contracts. Which is weird that one, he stayed on the planet all the time, and two, they let him leave. Like, it feels like you just kill him, you know? It feels like the thing to do is just murder him straight out after you take his genetic properties.
I mean, obviously Palpatine just saw the marketing potential of his son. So
yeah, I'll be able to make comic books out of this idiot someday. But because of the current Star Wars extended universe situation, Boba Fett's straight dead.
Charge on.
So they can only talk about stuff before the movies.
Target terminated. Enemy down.
It looks like those guys all died, which is weird because usually the explosion from that thing can't actually hurt anything.
Initiate radical restructuring, Commando.
Scorch priming charge. Can I have some cover here?
Nope. Don't give him any cover.
go fuck yourself.
No.
I
Scourge.
really hate these like 10-second wait periods that are in here. Oh yeah, here, watch this, miss.
Hostile reinforcements repelling in.
I'm trying to get it to lock on because it's a locking launcher, and so I'm like desperately jamming the action button or the lock on button. But I think the lock on button in this game is like the action button, so I should have held E while looking at it. And
Now
that
see,
would've locked.
when you aim down sights, it's actually a little better in terms of the feel of the gun.
Yeah, my big problem is that the ADS isn't great because it bounces a little bit too much.
Right.
And you don't have, like, the lack of a clear sight picture is a bit of a problem.
Breach that door, Delta.
But I mean, it actually feels like you're actually shooting something and not just spurting out pixels with no real impact.
Grenade thrown.
Well, the weird thing about the game, and I think the thing that gets a lot of people...
Eliminate target.
Oh yeah, you don't want to fight this guy. One of the weird things about it is that you are definitely not generally meant to...
Find the controls to that.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to slice the thing and get these guys to do it and all that shit. So what I do is I send a guy on it, and then I hit it with rockets. Fuck him. What's he gonna do? But yeah, the weird thing about the feel of the weapons is that just none of them feel super authentic no matter what. So it's kind of sad to say. Look at this. Watch this thing. Brilliant AI. It kept shooting around the other side of the box from where the guy was. Oh yeah, here.
You gotta be kidding me. Droid dispensers, kill them all.
You can't get up there at all.
What?
Yeah, because this happens. It's straight.
No one in the Republic has more than a 1 foot vertical leap.
They didn't clone Michael Jordan. Like, I don't know what your problem is here.
Let's get out of here.
Django had degenerative cartilage problems in his knees.
Yeah. Why do you think he had the? Why do you think he had the jetpack? I like that Django's introduction in the game in the movies was that like he hired another bounty hunter to go subcontract on a job.
He's not actually a bounty hunter. He's a contractor.
Yeah.
Separatist have touched
That's
down.
why he's that's why Boba didn't last too long in Tatooine there.
Narrow span in the center.
Just got knocked over and was done.
That will sever the link.
It's mostly because Django was completely useless and he didn't know that. His dad just came home and told him how awesome he was. It's like, yeah, I killed like 50 guys.
They'll help us wherever they can.
Yeah, there's the thing from the thing the Wookiee knocked over. But that is going to basically do it. We've only got a few seconds left. Anything you want to say about Star Wars movies? Go see Force
Thank God they're
Awakens.
back.
Go see
Yeah.
Force Awakens? Yeah.
Yeah, see it. It's great.
All right. Bye, everyone. Like now. Bye.
Bye.